Most men don't get rejected by women. They get rejected by their own need for approval. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to break free from that need, so you can carry a natural confidence that women can't resist and lead your relationships without constantly overthinking, hesitating, or just feeling very anxious. I've worked with countless men in my coaching who at one point or another all encountered this problem, because like myself, when I was getting into dating, I thought reading all the pickup books and memorizing scripts would just magically alter my way of thinking, but it only actually reinforced my lack of experience. But here's the truth, that rejection isn't even real, it's only painful when your self-image depends on her validation. The moment you stop chasing approval, you stop being rejected. And that's when women start respecting you and aligning with your desires. I want you to imagine for a moment a man walking through a marketplace with a rare gem in his hand. At every stall, people bargain for his attention. They may even offer him trinkets, compliments, or laughter to compel him to trade his gem. But he just smiles politely and continues moving. He knows what the gem is worth, but he is not actively looking for people to confirm it. Others may pursue the crowd, hoping to be recognized or hoping someone will just tell them what they're holding is inherently valuable. But the man doesn't get satisfaction from that because he's already made up his mind. That's what outcome independence is. It's actualizing your value so deeply that you no longer bargain with the people around you for their validation, the same insecure people as everyone else, whose approval is worth far less than your potential or your value as a man. And what outcome independence manifests as is a genuine emotional detachment from the potentially undesirable outcome. So when you're outcome independent, you approach women because you want to, not because you need to. This is the difference between wanting to do something out of choice rather than out of lack. Secondly, you say what's true, not necessarily what's safe. You are bold in your proceedings, displaying an apparent lack of fear of loss, which is inherent to every human. And thirdly, you stay grounded whether she says yes or no. There is no embarrassment or sense of shame attracted to her refusal. Most men in reality act like actors auditioning for a part they already deserve. They rehearse every line, analyze every gesture, terrified of being rejected. They don't realize the director isn't even watching. The woman is waiting for someone who simply owns the stage. When you drop the performance and stop seeking permission to be yourself, you can embody every part of your character with confidence. You're no longer auditioning for a role. You're then the one doing the casting, which puts you in a very powerful position to succeed. This, however, is not the reality of most men because they operate from an outcome dependence. They overthink before texting because they want to find the perfect one-liner. They hesitate to approach because they are busy overthinking. They fear saying something wrong because they're just scared of being rejected. Why? Because their self-worth is tied to whether or not a woman likes them. This fundamentally puts you in a weaker position. If she approves, they feel on top of the world, as if an angel lifted them up from their bootstraps. But if she doesn't, then they feel like they fell in a downward spiral and they have to remove themselves from it again and again. It's a negative feedback loop. The truth is that they are acting like women. They are reactive. Their energy is not directed outwards. They respond to the situation at hand with emotion, making them act absolutely foolishly. Outcome independence flips this dynamic on its head, so to speak, since you become the cause and not the effect. Outcome independence communicates furthermore a few truths instantaneously, namely that you have options, what many like to call an abundance mentality. So you have sexual opportunities beyond that immediate interaction with that woman. Secondly, that you are mission driven, not attention driven. What that means is that your life focus is tied to a meaningful goal rather than the mere pursuit of pleasure. And thirdly, that you aren't shaken by rejection with the experience and knowledge to know that it is never really personal to you. Ultimately, this signals true pre-selection and emotional control, two traits that are innately attractive to women for many reasons. To begin with, women want what other women want. And when a man is desired by other women, he is, in extension, attractive to most women, making him instantly more confident, less caring, and perceivably more competent on every front. You can't fake this because it comes from an internal paradigm shift that is tied to your own experience and failure. A full and resourceful purpose outside the scope of women altogether, which gives you the agency to fail, to overcome difficulty, and also use failure as feedback to continually learn from your errors. Besides, of course, putting in these reps to failure, you can make immediate adjustments in your approach that will instantly increase your likelihood of success tenfold and give you the edge to get more of what you want. Firstly, to do this, you have to stop chasing closure from women. If she flakes, you have to let it fall away as if it weren't meant to be. You have to give less fucks in order to fuck. Secondly, you want to limit validation seeking behavior that is not only immature but perceivably low value, such as reacting to stories, spam liking all her photos, or just asking for her reassurance again and again on whether or not she wants to see you again. Thirdly, you want to engage in pursuits that strengthen your primal instinct. These include earning more money, lifting weights, dressing up better, activities with immediate ROI. Lastly, you want to treat social interactions as training reps, not emotional investments. It is easy to get sucked into the trap of wallowing in your own fantasies, but unless you're a Casanova or a Don Juan, you want to treat interactions with women as practice, without expectation or any kind of desire to be liked. Every rep reinforces that your emotional state belongs to you, not to her in the moment reactions that are always subject to constant fluctuation. Outcome independence isn't about not caring or being a jerk, it's about being caring only about who you are, not what happens outside of that. When you reach that level of detachment, you become magnetic because you are your own center of gravity, and women will feel an effortless pull toward you. Now, they may not put it into words, but let me tell you, your demeanor will do all the talking for you. So, if you found this valuable and want to understand how to level up your inner game so you can accelerate this process and be able to lead with respect long term, then click on this video where I break down the 4 key pillars to achieve exactly that.